We now interrupt your program for the special news story. Stitch Whitman here live with the developing story of a woman who claims she will never leave her home again. We are outside the residence of a Miss Kitsy Wipes who started stitching during the pandemic and has since abandoned her family. I spoke briefly with her husband earlier, who said he's starting to forget what she looks like. Her children simply said, "We miss mommy." We are going to enter the home to talk with Miss Wipes herself to see if there's anything that can be done to save this family and America. Let's go. Miss Wipes, can we please talk to you just for a moment? The door's open, let's go. Miss Wipes, please talk to us. Oh, the situation in here is tragic. Dishes unwashed. Children somewhere, possibly school, who knows? This is what happens when you stitch with no rules. Ah, the humanity. A 20,000 car pileup in a house so small. Oh, look at the mess we found. This is very obviously a hoarding situation. Miss Wipes, where are you? Wait, is there a rustling sound coming from behind all of those whips? My precious. More whip. Oh, run! Everybody run! Oh, this reporter, Stitch Whitman. Oh, she's after me. Oh, the humanity! Help! Help! Whew. Okay, I cannot stop laughing. I can do this. I had an idea for an opening, but I'm home alone, so I had to man both sides of the camera. And basically what happened was I'm gonna ruin my oh, why did I bother with the effort today? But what happened was that as I was filming, I was leaning against my screen door, and the door opened, and I hit the ground. Phone went flying. This is the stuff I get up to, y'all. Oh, I'm gonna be thinking about that for weeks. Hi, my name is Maggie, aka Kitschy Whips, here on Flosstube and on Facebook, and today is important because, one second, my forehead's all sweaty from my near-death experience, so my hair's messed up. Today is important because it is my 1-year Flosstube anniversary. Woo! Now, I would have liked if there had been more videos in my first year of Flosstube, but that's what this year is for. I've done pretty good so far, right? Well, once April came around. Anyway, as you can see from behind me, I have brought out every single whip I've got. Pretty sure I did. I'm not really planning on going in any particular order. I thought about just showing the ones I've actually touched in the last year. But then I realized it's been a year since the other whip parade I did. So I can't imagine somebody's going to go back and watch that video when they have this video, right? So I'm just going to show everything. But I am going to try to be as brief as possible. No promises. I said try. We'll go with my big one first. This is See-Through. This is Poison Garden by Chatelaine. This was my first Chatelaine. It lives on my Omonic big, huge frame. Millennium? I forgot what name it is. I bought this frame specifically for this project. I was able to get the linen on the rack the first time I tried it, so I've just not taken it off. It's probably a no-no. What are you gonna do? I guess take it off the rack. Quantum frame. That's what they're called, right? This is At the Met by Mirabilia. I am doing a conversion to make her look like Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. I have messed up. Womp womp. Just on her dress, I'm really loving the way that she's coming out, but I think this isn't matching up. and I think the white area is where I'm off, which means the green sash is off, which means if that is the case, I have to frog all of that. And I don't want to do that. So we'll see what happens. Dark Queen of the Sea from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This is where I'm at. I just need to do all of her tentacles and then all of that back stitching. This is Sakura, also from Autumn Lane Stitchery. This was one of the first of theirs that I started stitching back during the pandemic. This is where I'm at. The camera is kind of graying this out a little bit. I've got the sash that goes around her and her umbrella, as well as her face and hair. And then beading, she'll be done. This is Summer Garden Mandala by Chatelaine. Just a quick break to say that I told you it was my 1-year anniversary of Flosstube and then just started showing you WIPs, which I guess is kind of the point, but I just want to say it's been a great year. I've made a lot of awesome friends. That's just some of my socks in the background. I might move the camera a little bit. As you can see, my large Marge Spring Queen that I rescued, and my Rosina Disary, which is a Works by ABC pattern that hangs there so I can see it more often. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Absolutely makes my day, and I really appreciate you sticking around. This is Strawberry Fairy from Soda Stitch as part of Soda Stitch Saturday. I got quite a bit of done on the mushrooms. Choppy Maw from the Witchy Stitcher. That is Chucky and Tiffany in the bridal shop, and Freddy Krueger will be manning the bedding shop. Floral Dream from Nora Corbett. I love this one. If you follow me on Instagram, I did very helpfully, I thought, point out that the center of this pattern is her butt. Did I even show the project, or did I just show you the pattern? Oh my gosh. This is my start. This is my start on Sparkling Peacock by Chatelaine. One that I've always wanted to do. Very popular Chatelaine. Side note, Chatelaine Wednesday's 1 year, I said in my last video, was today. It was not. The 1 year Chatelaine Wednesday was in March 9th. And I got it confused with May 9th, my Flosstube anniversary. We just went ahead and started a new Chatelaine last week so we could celebrate the 1 year, and next year I've got it on my calendar, so I won't mess it up again. Bluebell by Nora Corbett. I am stitching her with a skin conversion, and I love it. Absolutely beautiful. Working on her hair. Miss Spider, also from Nora Corbett. Her wings are all backstitch, and the rest are beads. You'll love to see it. I wish I could take better pictures of this fabric because, as you can see, there's some pinky purple type nonsense going on that is awesome. I'm changing her dress up a little bit, but I'm kind of just slow going, so we'll see how it goes. Le Parfum from Chatelaine. This is not a mandala, but it is very pretty. I've stitched these 3 bottles so far completely, and it took about 2,000 colors. Spaghetti Western, artist design, super cute. I love this one so much. And again, I almost just closed it back up and didn't show you. Oh boy. Somebody needs to DoorDash me some energy. There we go. I got a little corral with a cute little horse and some pasta. Ragnarok from Long Dog Samplers. This is where I'm at. Nope. No, it's not. Hang on. That is where I'm at. Last. Cigar box art from Janlin. I've actually finished her skin. Yay! Look how good that looks already. Vila Mirabilia from Mirabilia. This is where I'm at on her. This is, I don't know, Tinkerbell's Small Wonder. It's another Janlin kit. If you remember the other little Janlin Pixie Hollow Fairy that I did, this will match that one. Snow White Discovers the Cottage from the Disney Dreams collection. This is a stitched version of the Thomas Kincaid painting. It will hopefully be a stitched version. Go. The Skeleton Mosaic from Works by ABC. My party skeleton. I love him. There he is so far. This one will be new to my Flosstube people. It's the Mary Pet Sampler. I am loving this. I bought it because I thought this was a giant duck. It's a peacock. And I like peacocks just as much as I like ducks. That's where I'm at so far. I'm using this cloudy looking fabric from Barefoot Needle Art because I figured it's an outdoor seam. Maybe it would look nice. Pandemic from Long Dog Samplers. I am stitching this on the biggest piece of 14 count Aida there is. It's oatmeal Aida. Y'all know I love me some oatmeal Aida. Look how fancy it is on oatmeal. I wish y'all could have seen me fall out that door. Woo! It was a little painful, but I'm okay. I have Newt from Satsuma Street. This is one of the Halloween ornaments. I got it in a mystery bag. Oh, Mr. Big Mac, what are you doing? Look at this awesome needle minder I just found on this project. I haven't touched him forever. Woo! So this is Un Piccolo Halloween from Curie Batacore. I'm showing you this because it's a free pattern. Cutest little thing. Very cute. Easter Morning from Owl Forest Embroidery. My husband's family used to make Easter bread and cheese, so we've tried to carry on that tradition, and I just thought the sampler was so cute. And I'm using this gorgeous yellow Aida, so pretty with those colors. Happy Teacups from Stitchrovia. Awesome retro looking pattern that I am stitching on white Aida because I want to complete that retro look. I love it. Bright colors. I'm on board. Floral Dice from White Raven on Etsy. I am making this for my D&D loving husband at some point. Just using a chalkboard, Black Aida. Unicorn Tapestry from Tiny Modernist. Modernist. This one was one of the first ones that I saw while isolating during the pandemic and absolutely fell in love. Like, I had not had a lot of experience on linen, so I totally butchered all of this. I've got to frog, and instead of frogging this, I just went ahead and restarted it and got a flag. I need to just get a new piece of material. Just start over. The Acorn Fairy by the Stitchy Princess on Etsy. Very small start. Pina Colada Recipe by Stitch Rovia. Another one that I fell in love with during lockdown. I am stitching this on chalkboard Black Ada so that it, you know, kind of looks like a chalkboard. That is how far I've gotten there. The Collectors from Autumn Lane Stitchery. I absolutely love it in the green. When this came out, I was like, that is creepy. But I didn't have the green fabric. I only had this fabric. So I decided to do a color conversion using reds and purples and oranges. I am liking it so far. It's a lot of black though. Thorin's Map from Lucian on Etsy. Super awesome. That is how far I've gotten. I don't know if you can really see. It's a very cool piece of fabric. Ravenhill. This was a Animal Crossing cross stitch, well, naturally, Sal. The pattern was a free pattern designed by Stuart at Cunning Cross Stitch. That is where I got. The Nutcracker Tree from Tiny Modernist. I am stitching this for a friend. I was stitching it for myself, but am I gonna stitch it twice? No. But it's so cute on the called for fabric. Whoops. This is another chatelaine, blue Moroccan lace. I am stitching this on a gray piece of linen because I saw it like that on Instagram and I just thought it was really pretty. So there's how far I've gotten. This is Tiana by Make It Pink. I started her on the brightest green fabric you've ever seen in your life. Kermit by Picture This Plus. I think this is right side up. Look at that fabric though. Woo! I need to decide about this one. Number one, I don't know that my fabric is big enough. Don't say anything. I know. If you've been here the past year, you know me in math. Measurements, scale, stitch counts, no clue. I don't know why. I am an adult, intelligent, gorgeous woman. Why can I not get numbers right? This is the Alice in Wonderland Sal from Owl Forest. Obviously, it's finished now. This was one of their free sals. Speaking of your fabric not being big enough. So when I started a lot of these projects that I'm showing you today, like I said, I didn't know anything new. And by that I mean hand-dyed fabrics and needle minders and things like that. Like I didn't have any real concept of. So when I first got into it, I'm like, I can't afford to buy all the hand-dyed fabrics. So I just worked on what I had or what I could get in at the time. And that's sometimes why my spacing's a little off. But that is where I'm at there. I literally have like one side in a corner. That's just sad, y'all. Hummingbird Pixie from Bella Filipina. One of my absolute favorites that he's ever done. And it's all about the color. The colors in that one. But it also has a little bit something to do with the fabric that I picked. Because it's amazing. There she is. I would absolutely wear that outfit. Serena Sprout from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Stitching her on this lovely peach. Earth Goddess from Joan Elliott. Joan Elliott is another one that I wish I could just stitch faster. Unfortunately, I have stalled on this one. First of all, there's so many mistakes on her, but I just kind of kept going. I'm still working on the skin conversion. I had it done and then I didn't like it, so I took it out and started over. We'll see. There we go. But I really like this one. The Girl with Embroidery Hoops from Little Room in the Attic. I started stitching her on the same fabric I started stitching the free alphabet sow that Little Room in the Attic did, because I got pretty far, well, in the beginning on the alphabet and then realized I wasn't going to have enough room. So that's part of the alphabet I started. And these things take a while to stitch. There's so much back stitching. But this is where I'm at. Moved her down so that she could fit. Very cute. But you have to really love back stitching. The pattern that started it all. What the first thing I thought about during lockdown. All right, where's that Once Upon a Time sampler? From the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And yes, this is Oatmeal Ada. So far I've gotten there. Dark Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I was really excited about this one. I have messed up somewhere. No clue where. So I'm not excited anymore. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm willing to sit there and count every single stitch and figure it out. And then other times I'm like, listen, I've got like 3,000 other WIPs and they're not giving me problems. I don't want to drop it, but The Storyteller from Teresa Winsler. Best Dragon. Yes, go on. The top part of the border is pretty stitched. Still working on some little thingies, and that is the top of the dragon's tail. Rainy Days, Seasons Autumn by Chatelaine. That is all of my WIPs. There's one box left. Let me see if I can point to it. I really can't. That's weird. There we go. One box left of WIPs that I have not shared. Those are, except for the ones I've already showed you, my Mirabilia Corbett WIPs. And I think I'm going to have to do a part 2 of the WIP Tornado, because it is almost lunchtime and I need to go get my baby. So we sort of did it, y'all. 1 year. I don't know what that was. Thank you all so much for watching. I will be back. I'm not going to wait 2 weeks. I'm going to try to get the second part up with the Miras sooner. I don't know if it'll be this week. At the latest, I'm just hoping it's next week. And then you'll just have an extra Flosstube. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me this year. I hope you stick around for the next year. That makes sense? You can find me on Instagram at Kitschy Whips. I'm always updating there. Please follow me. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I love spending time with you. Bang, 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 bye-bye. All right, till the next part. Bye.